What do scientists say about synchronicity? Is there a scientific explanation for it? Could synchronicity be a place where science and the unseen world meet?
Carl Jung, the famous psychologist, Pauli, the famous physicist, had very interesting paranormal experiences as children. So they came together with a shared interest in trying to figure out how we can prove this scientifically. Pauli analyzed with Jung, and more his dreams began to give them the model that showed them what synchronicity could be. Pauli actually said from his own experience that the best thing that could happen for the world would be a satisfactory interplay between psyche and physics.
The world of physics answers questions about the nature of the universe through the use of sophisticated sensitive machinery and complex mathematical formulas. Eastern mystics answer them in solitary meditation. They both arrive at a similar conclusion. All phenomena in a dynamic universe are interrelated.
Another physicist, Heisenberg, developed an uncertainty principle in which he said if you're looking at a particular phenomena, instantly you're going to change what you've been looking at.
Oh, so that's why it's called the uncertainty principle.
We can't really be objective about anything. There's always a subjective reality going on in every situation, and that tends to prove synchronicity. It's meaningful. It makes an emotional hit.
And then there's the entanglement theory. Albert Einstein called the phenomenon of entangled particles spooky action at a distance. The entanglement theory hints at a universe where everything is in relationship.
Research recently that scientists, particularly physicists, have done has been able to show that we really are interconnected in ways that nobody suspects. One example are these towers that an Eastern university constructed around the world to be able to measure the Earth's energy fields. And right before, great big phenomena, before consciously they were received, things changed right before 9/11, right before the big tsunami that happened in the eastern part of the world.
Synchronistic events are clues that lead us to believe that we and everything in the universe are invisibly connected. For these events to happen, the space between material things may not be empty, but may somehow contain a connecting link. Synchronicities may be meaningful connections that find their way through the energy fields.
I think of someone and I haven't talked to them for 10 years and then they phone me. That rather than take that as a message from the gods, that you instead start to relate to the world as a sort of network of interconnected events and interconnected realms. After all going back essentially to the one tiny little bit of energy in the Big Bang. Everything is interconnected.
Some scientists think the Big Bang Theory makes us all connected.
Really, chance doesn't exist in our life. We might not understand the meaning of what is happening, of these coincidences, but in time we discover that there is a meaning. So what really Pauli and Jung discovered is that this causality that is converging towards the future is a meaningful causality because it has a purpose, it has an aim towards which it's taking us.